Good morning. Good morning. This is the first time I'm doing this live for membership. And I was like, how do I do it? I think I figured it out. And I'm using my laptop today. So thank you guys. Oh, look at you, Deborah and Cynthia. You guys are my girls. I love that. Thank you so much for being a member. And I'll be sure to publish that. Okay. Ooh. So, with the membership, you have to kind of schedule it and then you have to publish it. You know what? I think YouTube giving me too much credit. Oh, I'm so glad you guys could make it. That is so exciting. Thank you. Thank you guys. Well, I would be here anyway, but I'm so glad you made it. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. All right. So now are you ready for like the advance? So we're gonna go full today. And you two ladies have been here, so you know what's what, okay? Get ready. We're gonna be doing floor work. We're gonna be chatting today. I was trying to see if there was anything I wanted to make. We wanted to make, but yesterday was a busy day. Good morning, Caleb. Wow. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Ooh, I'm so happy to see you guys. We had our monthly meeting yesterday for SWRA, and it was so nice to see my sisters. If you go under, oh, I didn't post any on the YouTube, but I will put some pictures. My ladies, oh my God, just to see them and hug them, and I mean, the energy in the room was just so positive. Listen, if you come to Panama to visit and then you want to attend one of our events, go to the Facebook page of the same name, but you get there by saying www.facebook.com//the happy retiree. Once you follow, it's not a membership. Once you follow the page, you'll be able to see all our events. All right, let's go. Let's walk in place. Well, we're not walking in place, we're just moving side to side, okay? Whew. Last week I was bad on my birthday. I had cheesecake and I can still feel it. Listen, guys, I cannot cheat. I cannot cheat. But I had been craving that little cheesecake. So now I'm paying for it, but that's okay. That's okay. I can always go back. All right, come on, let's go. Now, this is Hi. This is Friday. Welcome to the membership. Woo! Come on. We got to burn some calories and wake the body up. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We'll go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Come on. 4, 5, 6. You can slow it down if you need to. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Woo! Good morning, Caleb, Greta. Good to see you guys. Come on. Let's walk in place. Let's walk in place. Let's wake the body up. Come on. Woo. You can do it. Oh, yeah. I have my towel because I know I'm going to be sweating. All right. All right. Now, let's do a little bit of a trot. You know, I talk about the trot. It's not really a run because we want to protect our joints, right? Let's go. Let's go. Yes, let me tell you, it is bright and sunny. This morning, I didn't even have to put the lights on because it's so bright. Whew. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Let's go. Woo. Good job. All right. Very good. I'm so glad you did that. Let's go. Now we're stretching the legs and the ankles, right? Remember this move? Yes. My gosh. It's taking me so long to do that ebook. Just because now at night, when I have time, my eyes don't work so well at night when I'm trying to do it with the screen. So I have to do it in daylight. All right. Power base. Remember your power base. Come on. You good? All right. Now we're going to punch, right? 1, 2, 3. Tighten the core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have to push. 18, 19, 20. Like you're trying to really punch somebody, right? So get your frustrations out. Pick up the person you'd like to do this to. That's healthy, you know? Pretend that you're hitting someone. That person that gets on your nerves. Maybe they say something bad and you want to pop it in the mouth. Come on. This one's good for your arms too and your shoulders. Okay. Let's let it hang. All right. Remember, you want your feet at an angle. Always make sure your toes are a little bit more forward than your knees, right? And that means you're sitting back and down. All right? Let's sit here for a second. Tight. Tight. Woo! You feel that? Your legs are tight. Your buttocks are tight. Your core is tight. You're tightening everything. Right? We're not even exercising yet. This is just the warm-up. Breathe. Do not hold your breath. And then let's come up. Straight. All right. Now we're going to stretch. Ooh. Let's do a couple more of these. Look at that. You're getting the shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Oh, you feel that? Now, let your shoulders hang. You're getting the stress from working on the computer. Get the stress out. You know, at one of the malls here, you can go get a shoulder massage. And I think I'm going to try it one time. I enjoyed last week when the young lady was pushing hard on my back and shoulders. And she said, do you have any problem areas? It's always my back and shoulders. All right, up, to the left, to the left, to the left. good. To the right, to the right, and the back. Just relax, relax. Uh, and forward. Let it all hang. Release, release. You know we're gonna have to go walk down. So let's breathe in and exhale. And I lift my hands up. Listen, guys, maybe today we'll talk about the power of prayer and fasting. My daughter, 20, almost 30 years old, got rebaptized last Sunday. When I tell you I was crying, listen, if you're a praying woman, never, ever stop praying for your children. I mean, you have your own needs, that's true. But your kids, they don't stop needing you when they leave home because the enemy is still lurking out there. Whew, let's go down. So I said, I need some pictures, and she sent them, and I was done. Oh my God. So I spent the last couple of days just with my hands up, my hands raised. Listen. Dios mío. Breathe. Only God knows. Up to your knees and stretch, the Maggie stretch. One of Maggie's stretches, right? Oh, so good. Now bend the knees. Yes. And inhale. Oh, woo. I love this stretch. I don't need to tell you. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. The power of prayer and fasting. Listen, it works. It could take a while, but you don't give up. Because I just don't know how people go through this crazy world without faith. I don't know. I do not know. Pull up, 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 up. Oh, I feel it. Pull. And breathe. I don't know how you go through life without hanging on to God. I don't know. And people may talk about God, white man's God, or what. I don't care. I just know what it's done in my life. All right, let's curve your shoulders. Oh, you feel that? You're stretching the stretch in the lower back, upper back, shoulders. Relax. Bend the knees. Well, no, actually, don't bend yet. Just come up and breathe into it. And then bend the knees now. And let's do one last one. You know how we do. We work in threes. Thank you, God, for waking us up in our right mind, for all your blessings. Yes, we're not rich. We don't have money, but you are the eternal God. Whew. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe and stretch. Stretch. Ooh, listen, I feel it all the way here. Stretch. Stretch. And go down. Oh, wow. All right, you know what's coming. Curve. Come up. And then get on your toes and bounce front and back. Again, you're exaggerating the stretch. I always take time to stretch. I am never in a hurry. All right? You knew that was coming. This is advanced. So we will do these in the advanced workout. Good morning. Woo! Oh, so good. That's strength, okay? All right, you want to be able to do that. All right. We work in threes, so we'll be doing two more. Bounce. Stretch the legs, the buttocks. Stretch. Come forward. Walk your hands in, down, and up. There is also a yoga pose. I don't know what they call this. I don't remember those things. Whew. So good though. Strong arms. Come on. Back. We got one more in us, right? Can you give me one more? Stretch. Side to side. Side to side. Oh, so good. One. The last one. Make it count. On your toes and up. Up, up, up. Breathe. Breathe. So good. I feel it in my hips. My hips need the stretch. Back. All right. Whew. I love this stretch. I really do. Now we get our legs in a little bit and your hands flat on the ground. Can you do it? And that talks about the flexibility of your hip joints. If you have to work through it, do it. You know, our disclaimer is you never work through pain. And if you've never worked out, check with your doctor, okay? And then maybe join the Monday class, because Monday is nice and easy for beginners, right? All right, bend the knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. So good. Inhale up. We stretch the neck. We did the arm. We did the hip joints and the hips. And we're ready. Oh my God, that was a long stretch. 16 minutes already into it. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're doing the trot. The trot. If you want to call it running in place, you can do that. I don't call it running because my heels are not leaving the ground so much. All right? So this is running in place. We do this for maybe a minute or two just to get the heart going. You know, you want to wake your heart up. You know, this week, like they did last year, on the news here in Panama, TVN, which is the main TV station, that's where I get my news. They were talking, you know, if we have any trouble, I do have some mics that I bought that I can wear next time. They talked about the incidence of diabetes here in Panama. 14% of the population, in fact, I thought it was higher, have diabetes. But you know, with diabetes, a lot of people don't even know they have it, right? Sometimes as we get older, before I lost my weight, I was pre-diabetic. My A1C, which is the lab work that they look at, because it doesn't look at your blood sugar in the moment, it looks at it over a period of time. So it's a more accurate number of what your blood sugar has been doing up and down. And as you get older, perimenopause, your risk of getting diabetes goes up because you have all that metabolic syndrome, the estrogen level in your body goes down, and estrogen is what works with your thyroid to control your metabolism. You burn fat so you don't store it in all these wonderful places that we have, right? So once you have the metabolic disorder, your glucose metabolism is all messed up. So that's why type 2 diabetes, which is the diabetes that developed in adulthood, is more common. The one that young children have, where they have to get the insulin, now they have the pump, that's type 1. But type 2 is the one that we get, and that's related to lifestyle, including diet and lack of exercise, right? So you have to be more careful. That's why I say, well, yeah, I used to eat all that when I was younger, but now it's a new day. You can't eat the same way. You have got to change. Either you reduce some of your calories, but your choices on food should change. Now, we do cheat once in a while. I do. I do. Because I don't want to live my life and never giving myself a pleasure, because food to me gives me pleasure, right? But I generally eat healthy. I cook healthy. I don't eat out. I don't do junk food. So, but I'm fighting with myself because I have a tendency to put on weight. Never used to be like that. If I show you my pictures when I was younger, slim. But anyway, when you start getting old, it's a new day. So you have to be more aware of movement, hydration, nutrition, sleep, stress management. We're going to talk about all those on Fridays. Whew. You excited? All right. So now let's get busy. I don't think we're going to do 30 minutes on Fridays, right? We're going to do a little longer than that because the stretch was 60 minutes and we have to stretch. We are vintage. That's my word. This lady said she loved that word. Vintage says old but classy. Classy and beautiful. That's us. Yes. All right. We're going to go elbow to knee. You ready? Whew. Let me angle this fan on me because I'm going to be sweating. I know. Whew. My friend Sonia's telling me, my electric bill is $18. This is my gringa friend who, when she first got to Panama, oh my God, she was hot. Now I go to her house, she got all her windows open because she's got an ocean front, and then she gets some wind from the back. I don't. I only have the front. She opens all her windows. She gets a beautiful view from her living room, her bedroom, and her kitchen. I'm like, so she has fans everywhere. $18 in Panama? Ooh, this is unheard of. Panama City. You can have that in the interior, but in the city. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to touch the knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that was 30 on one side. We'll do 30 again on the other side. You know, got to bring the heart rate down. You're doing good. How you feeling, guys? I'm so glad you guys are here. I missed you. Okay, let's go. Breathe. Always. Always. And I got my water. Remember to hydrate. We'll talk about that too. You can set your bottled water every morning. All right? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. All right. Did you do them? Did you do them? Out of many, we are one. Good morning. You need your own exercise for the growth. You know, I would love that. This is what we're doing now, right? So beautiful and happy. Greta, I was crying, girl. I was in tears. But those were really good. Good morning, Mudiwa. Ella, good morning. You know, those were tears. And those are things that when they happen, they solidify your faith. And that's what you want to leave for your children, right? The legacy that look at what we are going through. Again, continue to go through as a people. But we know it was the faith of our forefathers that sustained them. And this is the thing, whatever happens, death, we can't we can fear it, right? Because we are in a place that it's going to happen to us sooner rather than later. So we just want to leave a legacy of faith and joy and commitment for our children and grandchildren, because I don't have any grandchildren, and I tell you, I'm grateful because this crazy world, I don't know. I don't give life. God is God, but it's not pretty. What we're gonna leave for our children. The kind of world we're gonna leave for our children, but what we need to leave for them is that mom was a person of faith. She had courage, right? And you lived a life that they can look back on and be proud of. You know, a lot of times we don't think about our legacy. We think about how much money we're leaving for these kids. That's not necessarily the most important thing, right? You want your kids, when they're talking about you to their kids, to say, this was my mama. And when I hear people give those remembrances about their mama, my heart sings. And you know, my tears are never too far. I was always a crybaby anyway. More so now, right? Oh, Jesus, there's a lot to cry about. But you know, I feel like crying is healing. So I'm not embarrassed to say I cry a lot. When I hear some stories, I cry. When I was a child, I remember if I went to somebody's funeral, somebody I didn't know, I'd cry. I'd go to baptism, I'd cry. I go to weddings, I'd cry. So yes, I'm a crybaby. But you know what? I'm not ashamed of it. I am not. All right, let's do some strengthening exercises with our power base. Get your jar or some weights. If you have like 2 5-pounders, just hold them side by side, and then we're gonna do this, okay? Or you could do this and pull them in. All right, because that one, it works on your core and it's good for your arm. Remember, we don't want jiggly arms. Let's go. 1. And then we're gonna do the legs 2. 3. Woo. 4. Sit in it. 5. 6. 7. Woo. 8. Those are good. 9. 10. 11. Yes. 12. We're going for 30. 13. 14. 15. Whoa. 16. 17. 18. 19. Woo. 20. You got to want those 10. 1. 2. 3. Woo. 4. We can make it 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Woo. We did it. You feel it in your shoulders, in your arms, and then let's stay here for a few seconds. My heart is pumping, so you get a good cardio with that. But you didn't have to jump up and down to get the cardio workout. You feel it? I feel it. All right, let's come up. Wow. That was good. So we'll talk about prayer and legacy. Listen, If you say, well, I was wild in my days, well, we can let it go because you didn't know any better. But when you see grown folks acting the fool, that's a decision you make. Every day, we get to make a decision as to who we're going to be in this crazy world. Yes, we can blame everybody, politicians, grandparents, all the groups. I don't need to repeat any names. You can blame them. But you know, having faith and being centered, you say, well, if God allows it to happen and it's out of my control, what am I supposed to do? Woe is me, and then getting caught in all kinds of extreme ideologies. Is that the answer? I don't think so. Nope. You get to make a decision every morning what kind of person you're going to be. And that's what you're leaving for your kids. Make it easy for your kids and grandkids to talk about you and not be ashamed. You know, the other day, I think you've probably seen it, but this girl is making the rounds of the talk shows saying, I have 5 children, 4 of them, they're my father's. So her kids have the same father as her. Oh my God. And she had to tell the kid that your granddaddy is really your daddy. What the? That's what I call the depravity of mankind. I do not understand it. That one, I don't. I don't. But this is so common. People don't talk about it. It's hushed in those families where the mama knows that her husband's messing with her daughters. And she's so scared, oh, you'd have to go over my cadaver. You'd have to kill me. You would have to kill me. Then they can talk about me that way. But no, ma'am. That's where the courage comes in. Oh, you're a mom, so to protect your kids, right? All right, let's go there. I'm getting on a rampage this morning. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's keep going. 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. And I know some of us, even maybe some in the audience, have been victimized. It's not your fault. You had a crummy human being as a parent. Because a parent is supposed to protect their child. I can't even fathom in my brain how these things happen. I cannot. That your little baby in your hand, then you get to a point you see that baby as an adult, as a person, a woman to abuse. What the heck? Let me get off that soapbox because it will never make sense to me. I don't get it. All right. So now we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, opposite 5, 6, 7. See, I'm sweating. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's good for your arm. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and hold. Woo! Hold. Oh, yes. Hold. 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 Oh, my God. Oh, that's good. All right. Oh, yes. When you add the weight, it just adds a little bit more of a challenge for you. So, yes, sick. But you know what? It's happening more often than you think. Parents, pastors, people who are respected in the community, those are the worst because they know. And then, and then they go on Sundays and they stand on the pulpit. You know, they had a young lady who confronted her pastor as a married adult. She went to the church. She said, "You abused me when I was, whatever, 10 or 11. And of course, the pastor denied it, and her husband was there with her. And that showed that the church, they went up, they rallied, put their arms around the pastor, and were praying for him while the little girl, the lady, was standing there, all messed up, cannot really enjoy intimacy with her husband because of the abuse that she suffered at the hand of that pastor. They embraced the pastor, prayed for the pastor, forgave the pastor, and called her a liar, really. This is what we're dealing with, okay, folks? Yes. All right, let's go down. Yeah, I don't get those. I don't. Not that people don't need forgiveness. That's not what I'm saying. If somebody comes to you and they say, well, I used to be that person, but now I've repented, that's a different story. God is in the business of regeneration. And just because you committed awful things, if you repent, I may not be able to forgive you, but God can because He is the Almighty. But to just continue on and then have these people embrace you. So, in other words, you're condoning the behavior. That is okay. I do not get it. All right, guys, let's do a few of those leg lifts. I keep trying to grow this, but nothing's happening. If anything, it's gotten flatter. I said, I just need to give up on that. If God didn't give it to you, you can't. This guy who was there say, you see this guy with his butt out here? Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's good for your stomach and your butt anyway. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you bend the knee and you go up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Oh, I felt that. Ooh. Oh, yes. Did you feel that? I felt it. Oh. All right. To the other side. Let's go. You ready? Let's just kind of, I'm looking at the screen, so I want to keep it even. You don't want to be too high or too low. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bend the knee in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, yes. I felt those. Yes. And it doesn't even mean that I'm going to grow some muscles there. That's too hard. That's too sad. All right. We're going to do some planking. Let's do a high plank today. We're going to see how long we can hold it. Good for your core, good for your legs. All right. Woo. I am going to get the, what am I looking for here? Oh yeah, the watch. My calendar, that's not what I want. On the clock, yes. Stopwatch. All right, let's go with the high plank. You ready? And then you consciously tighten your core, your buttocks, your arms are strong, and hang on to it. Hold it tight. For 30 seconds. Let's see how long you can do it. Make it a goal. This is high plank. The low plank, my elbows would be on the ground. 45. I'm going to see if I can do 90 today. Woo! Come on. We got this. 60 seconds. 1 minute. Oh, tight. Everything is tight. Woo! Your core is tight. Your buttocks are tight. You're sweating. Woo! 75. I think we're gonna make it. Almost. Almost. Woo! 90 seconds. Oh my God. We did it. This is how you challenge yourself, okay? Always set a goal and then see if you can reach that goal. And then when it becomes easy, you just up it up a notch. Add a few more repetitions or do it a little bit longer, okay? All right, so let's do the twist with the bottle, with your weights, if you have weights, right? Or if you don't, just do the twist. You don't have to have weight. But again, weights just add a little bit more intensity to the movement, right? It makes it a bit more effective. You ready? You ought to lean backwards. If you have any back issues, remember what I said. If you have back problem, stay right here, okay? But if you don't, lean back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are bonus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. See, I set the goal for 30, and then I went for 40. I wanted to challenge myself, right? That's what I want you to do. 1 more every day, 2 more, 3 more. Now remember, we're setting a new goal for the end of the year, Greta. So we're gonna see on December 31st, I gotta figure out a way for us to do a group picture or to post our before and after. I have my before picture from when I first started the workout. Then I have pictures on day 75. I did a collage. If you look at the Facebook page, you're gonna see the collage. And I was like, ugh, we did it. The we did it was more that we completed the challenge, that I showed up every day, that I did not miss not one day. That was the, so now, December 31st, especially with you in the membership, I want to see some before and after pictures. So go into your mirror, have someone take a picture for you today on December, is it 18th? Yes. And then we're going to compare it to your picture on December 31st. You don't have to do anything crazy, just consistent. And we're going to help you I'm going to help you in the nutrition part. Today I don't have anything we can cook. I cooked some chickpeas last night, but maybe next time, maybe next week, we can cook some chickpeas, because if they're soaked overnight, they take maybe 15, 20 minutes to cook. And then we can make some hummus. And then we can have some raw veggies, like celery sticks, carrot sticks, some broccoli, cauliflower. And then we can use some of my herb oil. You sprinkle on the hummus, and then we snack on it. The hummus is just putting it in the blender, with your lime juice and tahini. Oh, we gotta get some tahini. I think I have some in the fridge. I'll send the recipe out, and then we can do that. This is how you think about snacking. We use pita bread to make chips, so we don't have to go buy chips in the bag. And that's the first thing you need to do. Go into your cupboard and get rid of all those prepackaged food. I mean it. And all those what do you call that? All the cured meats, get rid of that. Your hot dogs, ham, mozzarella, all of those in the trash. Those things are bad. There's nothing good about them. You know what they put in hot dogs? Okay, I won't tell you, because you would be grossed out. All right, let's do some Kegel exercises. We're always talking about our bladder. My bladder's doing good, thank you. But if you have a weak bladder, I'm feeling here. I don't feel all the love handles that used to hang on the ground. So this is how your body talks to you. But I still need to work here. These are my problem area. The mother, the father. We like to be together. All right, so make sure your hips are on the ground, but they will be. Consciously, when you do this, you consciously putting your lower back on the ground. Otherwise, you're going to arch, and you don't want to do that, okay? Because we don't want you to develop back pain. And if you see the heel of your shoe, just let that give you a little bit of a lift so that you have more of an opportunity to put your lower back on the ground. It's very important that you do that, okay? And then you're going to consciously squeeze the muscle that is underneath this fat, okay? This layer of fat that I have here, that you probably have too. You put it under. If you don't, bravo, and thank the universe, okay? All right, you're gonna stretch first. Oh, stretch the muscles. Woo. I love this. Now put your heels down when you're stretching. Yes. You see, if you let your feet go back, go like this on the side, that's a real relaxed position. All right, let's get back in position, your heels on the ground, your lower back consciously. That means you're just doing this, okay? And then we're gonna take a deep breath in. Put your arms up and then tighten the muscle. Tight. Tight. Consciously. You consciously tighten it. Tight, 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 tight. Tight, 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 tight. I feel it. Lower back should be on the ground. Tighten, 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 tighten. And release. Yes. You release it. You know, we work in threes. We're going to do two more. All right? You're going to go up and tight, 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 tight. You feel it? You feel the tightening on the side and here? Tight. Breathe in and out. Tight, 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 tight. Lower back on the ground. Tight, tight, tight. Consciously. You tightening everything here. Tight, tight. Tight. And relax. Listen. You got to be conscious about this because this muscle is under the fat. So you have to work a lot harder to reshape the muscle. And when we reshape it, we need to relax it. Tighten and release. Tighten and release. And now we're just releasing, right? Now let's go again. Inhale and up. Now I'm lifting my neck area and tight, 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 tight. Lower back from the ground. Tight, tight, tight. Tight, tight. You feel it? Tighten it. Tight. You can put your hand down but continue to tight. And let's pause. Tight, 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 tight. Pause, 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 pause. Tight, 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 tight. Tight, 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 tight. Tight, tight, tight. And release. Oh my gosh. This is so good. Yes. Very good. Don't forget your ankles. You want to relax them too. Oh my goodness, that is so good. All right, so now we're just going to do some, I don't know what you call these. When you come up, right? And then we're going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you there? 7, 8, 9. Let's go for 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, 15. How many did you do? Whew. That was good. Good job. All right. That was good. You have yourself a mat that you can work on? Yeah, I think you can find them anywhere. Any of those gym places would have. I call them yoga mats or exercise mats. So let's stretch and then we can chat. Whew. You good? All right. Let's go. I haven't bought any gym clothes in a long time. Those are things that I came with from the States. I don't really need to. I don't need to. All right. Inhale. Remember, we just tighten everything, so now we're gonna relax everything and stretch. You're pulling yourself up, and we're gonna go one side to the other. 1, 2. Take time to stretch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we go down. Just stand on your knees and curve your shoulders. Relax. Oh, that feels so good. Now put your fingertips on the ground and lift up and back, up and back. This is a gentle stretch for the back of the legs. All right. Now let everything hang. Your neck, your head. Relax. Do the greater stretch. Woo. Relax. Relax. And hands on your knees. And the Maggie stretch. Look straight ahead. I tell you, it is so bright and sunny. Bend your knees. I know if I were to go out now, I would be sweating. It would be warm. Now let's go to one side and stretch to the other side. You feel that? Let's do it again. I love this. And stretch. Yes. Now, put one hand on the back of your thigh and stretch. Oh, so good. And stretch. You're stretching your waistline and your transverse abdominal. Oh, wow. All right. Clasp your hand in the back and let's go down. And arms up. Woo. You're squeezing the shoulder blades. You feel that? Yes. And we come up because we have strong legs. And we do it again. We go down and up. We do one more. We know we work in 3s. My legs are moving. And stretch. Yes. That is so good. Whew. Let's come back up. Legs on the side and stretch the inner thighs. You have to feel those. You're pushing against the inside of your knees and you really feel that stretch. Now let's do one shoulder, the other shoulder. One shoulder, the other shoulder. Oh my gosh, that feels amazing. All right, now let's come up one vertebrae at a time. Easy does it, easy does it. Let's stretch the legs, the quad, forward, and a little bit back. Oof, you feel that? Yes. Now bend this knee. And let's do warrior 2. Yeah. Woo. So good. Ooh. I love it. Come to center. And the front leg. Don't forget to breathe. So good. So the other one, we should call these exercises so good, right? Woo. Pull. You're pulling forward. So you can stretch the hip joint. Oh, so good. Now warrior 2. You're pulling in opposite direction. Pull. Yes. I feel it in the shoulder blades. And then bend the knee. Yes. Oh, so good. And the leg. Stretch the leg. All right, guys, you should be nice and warm and stretched. Uh, and stretch. As I say, you don't want to scringe on your stretch. And if you want to do it a little bit longer than I'm doing it, that's quite all right. Because you know your body better than I do. So let's chat, you guys. How was it? Did you enjoy the workout? Yes, Greta. And my sis, if you want to stretch longer or when we're not working out Tuesday, Thursday, the weekend, stretch. You're going to feel so much better. Stretching is so important to us as we age because not only does it help the muscle, but it helps the joint that's attached to the muscle. Yes. Yeah, conversation with the worms. You know, seriously, me, I'd be in jail. I'm telling you, I would be in jail. So now, guys, I hope that this is the membership that I'm still learning how to do this. I did schedule it inside the membership tab. So you did. Great, great, Deborah. So let me ask Gertha, good morning. Good morning. I didn't know you were here. Yes. Oh, can you guys tell me if you are all members? Did you sign up for the membership? Because I'm trying to figure out how to work this thing. I'm not even sure I'm doing it right, but yes, my daughter. Yes, yes, yes. So I said we were going to talk about the power of fasting and praying. You know, I was 16 years old when I got saved, so to speak. I went to Catholic school my whole life because my whole family was Catholic. So all I knew, yeah, Deborah did. Okay. What about everybody else? Did you sign up? I'm trying to figure out if it's working, if the way I'm doing it is the right way. I don't know. So I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school with nuns. And at one point, I wanted to be a nun because that's the environment I was in. But you know, I've had good experiences with my nuns. They were my teachers, and so when I got, oh, Greta, when you get on the page where it says, you know, single women carrying abroad, there's going to be buttons in red on the front, you know, for subscribe. If you subscribe, it will say, look at that finger. It will say subscribed. And then if you're not a subscriber, it would ask you to subscribe. And then there is a button that says join. And you just click the join and it will take you through how to stretch, how to sign up. But anyway, so I was raised in the Catholic Church. And I think when I was 16, yes, when I was 16, there were people in my neighborhood that were Protestant, right? So I was raised in the Catholic Church and I was going to Catholic school. I was full blown into the Catholic faith, right? And I loved it. Nothing not to like about it, right? And I remember on Fridays, there used to be what they call jeûne. We call that. Those were like from like early morning till about noon. It was all about fasting and praying. And they used to have those meetings like in different people's homes Friday. And you know, the ladies at that time, they would wear white. They were very into the religious practices, the humility. They didn't wear jewelry. They covered their hair and they would wear white. And then they would have these meetings, you know. I mean, it's like if you go to Africa, every day, night, you hear some songs going up, you know, people are in church all the time. So they would have these meetings around in my neighborhood. And sometimes they would even do pilgrimage. They would climb on, you know, to some mountains. And I mean, they were serious about this, right? And then I think out of curiosity, one day, I think there were like two doors down my home, they were having one of those meetings. So I went in, and I remember I was 16 years old. To this day, I remembered when I walked in, there was a little older lady. I have a lot of respect for aged people because, they're wise, they know things, they see things, they communicate with God. And some of these people on a level that I'm only aspiring to. And, so I sat there, with in a respective mode, putting your head down, because it was different for me. When you go to Catholic church, everybody sings from the hymn book and you repeat the thing. I don't know if you're Catholic, how that's how they do it. But in that meeting, it was totally different. They would do these community prayers. Everybody's praying together. People didn't make noise when they were praying in the Catholic church. You say amen, and then but there they were just talking to God. And then I remember this little lady. She was all dressed in white, and she was praying. And now I knew she had maybe a little bit of Parkinson's, because her head was doing this. I didn't know what that was before. I thought it was a spirit. And she came around while she was praying. She put her hand on my head and she prayed over me. And I'm choking up because out of all the people, maybe because I was new, she didn't see me before. She put her hand on my head and she said something to the effect that God is going to bless me. I'm going to be doing this, going to be doing that, And my little 16-year-old mind, I'm like, yeah, right, right. But I was respectful because the culture, you respect your elders. And I remember right after she left and went back up front, I don't remember what came over me, but something about me getting up and walking up to the ladies who were, the leaders, and they all came and they prayed over me. And it was my conversion moment where they said, "Do you accept Jesus as your Lord?" And I said, "Yes." So I remember that as if it was yesterday. That was my conversion experience. So now I got taken into the fold with these ladies, teaching me songs, how to pray, talking about fasting. And this was in a time where I wasn't suffering or anything, because my family was like middle aged, but there was a lot of poverty around me and a lot of things happening. But it was almost like you get elevated to a state where the day to day didn't affect you as much, because you were on a different realm and you saw things differently. Your eyes kind of opened to different things. So I was 16 years old. So I had to go to my family and tell them about that experience. Oh my goodness. Everybody went into an uproar. Oh my God, I can't believe Maggie converted to blah, blah, blah. I mean, they went on and on and on. They took me to see my godmother, who was pissed. Just, it's almost like I was being excommunicated. Is that what they say when they kick you out of the church? Then I had to go to my nuns at school to tell them. And it was like, I can't believe you did this and that. I'm like, well. And in my family, I was the first one to have experienced that. And after that, a lot of other people came along and did the same. So I have a long history of being, I don't even say a Christian, but being with God and knowing God. And once you become a Christian, it's almost like you go into catechism, in the Catholic faith, where you learn about your faith. You read the Bible, you learn about the stories and all that. And yes, I know somebody's going to say, well, it was the white man's Bible or whatever. I get all that. But I think God is God, no matter how people try to put him in a box, give him a color. I did don't get caught up in that. And like a lot of people, yes, you kind of sort of believe some of that. But as you, and like I told you, my teens, I got saved. 20s, 30s, 40s, marriage, children. So you're just doing life. And then yeah, I was in the church, going to church, doing things, being in the youth group. I remember being as a young couple doing Sunday school, being a leader. I'm a born leader. I have leadership qualities, and I'm not going to say being humble about it. Some people, I don't have any other skills. I don't. I can cook and I can lead. Those are the two things. And I thank God for that, because other people have all kinds of gifts that I don't have, and I applaud them, because all of us make it work, right? Makes it work. So there were, as my eyes opened in my 40s and 50s, I should say 50s, probably was my awakening decade, when I started seeing all the stuff, in the church, the things I just talked about, the vile things that people were doing in the name of God. What we're doing, going through right now, people wanting to change the country into a neo-Christian whatever, while they're doing all these horrible things. God is not happy about that. But what I know, people call it spirituality, you can call it whatever you want. But one thing I know is that human beings, we are spiritual beings. And as long as you remain in that physical realm, you're missing out all the beauty and the power that you can find in the spiritual realm, like you elevate. And I haven't even touched an iota of it. There is a lot more. Now, I'm very careful not to get into certain realms, when people talk about, oh, elevate, alpha, blah, blah, blah. Got to be careful. But what you realize is that human beings are frail. They have the capacity for evil, but they also have the capacity for good. And the fact that we have a need to be connected to something higher that is inside of us, right? We have the physical, we have the spiritual, and we have a need to connect and to elevate ourselves. And I didn't get that until I was older. But I remember always being taught that if you had issues, you had problems that look insurmountable, that you just could not figure out how to do it. And if you read the Bible, I don't care what you say, it's the men's that were, this is not an argument I'm going to have. I wasn't there. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know. But I know in that book it says there is power in fasting and praying. And I know through the histories that we have read, that our forefathers, all the spirituals, while they were beaten, they would sing those songs that would elevate them. That sometimes someone would be beating them, but it's almost like you don't feel it because you have elevated to that realm. And that's why I say that in the time that we're living now, you can't really give too much concern or something about your life, the physical. Somebody can do things to you, but they cannot touch what's in here, the essence of who you are. So in the Bible, Jesus said, some of the evil things that you see, that evil, the demon, you can only get rid of him through fasting and praying. And what did he do himself? Didn't he go up the mountain and fasted and prayed for 40 days? Mm-hmm. And look what they did to him. Fasting and praying doesn't mean you're not going to have heartaches. People are not going to do things to you. You're not going to hurt. You're not going to die. You're not going to get sick. None of that is promised. It's the elevated state that should become a goal, an aspiration. And If you've lived a life of faith, I know you have some examples of times of miracles, of things happening that you're like, where did that come from? Of you praying for something and seeing the answer. Not everything you pray for happens. We know that. Yes, yes, you're right. In the name of religion, yeah. And then you read the histories, the Protestant in Ireland, the Catholics killing each other. What the hell? What is that? In the name of God. And then if you're looking at some of the histories, they went to war. And that's what one group is saying right now. Oh, the Bible said we need to eliminate, exterminate all of them. And sometimes I used to say, oh, but there is karma. I don't believe in karma anymore because there are some people walking around who shouldn't be, yet there are. And nothing's happened to them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't waste my energy on that. But what I'm trying to tell you today is that if you see something happening in your life, in your children's life, in your family's life, whether it's financial, spiritual, moral, whatever it is, and it is out of your control, this is when you go in your closet. And in your closet doesn't mean a real closet. You know, 2 days ago, I was walking around here in this house with my hands up, just quoting scripture, eyes closed, just quoting scripture and praying. That's my closet. My house is my closet. You're going to have heartaches. You're going to cry. Oh my God, have I cried? I'm a crybaby. And you get sometimes the pain is so deep that you're in danger of losing your faith in God. Don't do that. When it seems so hopeless, that's when you just hang on. It could be you barely hanging on, but you hang on. You hang on. You like, and you go back to look, you look back on your life and you say, well, you know, when I was going through that, I prayed and you delivered me. When I was going through that, you miraculously provided for me. And you start recalling those times to help you hang in there. There was a sister in our group yesterday. She was posting that her dad is on hospice and she's heartbroken. She just recently lost her mom 6 months ago, which is a lot of time that happens. When one goes, the other one follows. You know that, you've seen that. So she's really going through a tough time. And I had to, when somebody is hurting, you're not close to just give them a hug. They don't want you to solve their problem. They want you to be a human and show some humanity, which is something that we are witnessing. There is no humanity. The way they are treating human beings. I was watching this guy yesterday and he said something that really, I was like, well, he's right. And he was talking about what's happening around us as a people. And then he said, is there anything they can do to us now that they haven't done in the past? And I started looking back and I'm like, well, he's got a point. They have thrown everything at us. Brown people who in their mind have no value and are not worthy of anything. So if you don't get to that state where you can lift yourself up, and you staying right here in the day-to-day, the news cycle and all the stuff, all the commentaries, yes, you're going to lose your mind. This is the time for you to elevate and say, I'm a spiritual being. I'm going to stay in that state where this cannot touch me. So I believe in fasting and praying. I haven't gotten everything that I have prayed for, but I know prayer and fasting and thanksgiving, I would always say, thank you, God. Those are 3 principles I think if you live your life with, it's going to make your life easier. I don't ever promise anybody. God doesn't promise you, we're not going to live forever. We're going to die. We're going to hurt. We're going to get sick. We're going to be disappointed. The human element, you can't escape that. But how you allow it to affect you, you can control that. That's the secret. So try to elevate yourself to a state where you're not, I have to tell you, 2 or 3 months ago, I came back here in March, early March, and I was so happy to be back. But like I said, 2 weeks into it, yeah, everything started to hit me. And I was crying a lot. I was crying a lot. And once I realized there was nothing I personally could do about the situation, I had to flip that switch in my head and say, okay, Maggie, time to elevate. So tell yourself that time to elevate. You are a spiritual being. You don't need to stay down here and let everything that they're doing affect you. Don't lose your humanity. Watch people be inhuman and treat other humans like they're not deserving of anything. Put them in cages, hunt them down because they were trying to just find a better way of living. When human beings start losing their humanity, that's when they've stepped over into a different realm that I don't want to experience that. I want to keep my humanity. I want the tears to flow. Tears are flowing, they're cleansing, they cleanse the soul. So don't hold yourself up. I've had some good crying episodes to myself, with myself. And then you come out, take a deep breath, and you're like, gotta keep going. That's why I always say, go be the best human that you can every day. Touch someone, say a kind word. It doesn't cost you anything. Be a good human. In your legacy, it will be, well, she was a good person. They don't have to say things about, well, she created this, she did this, she was known for this. That shouldn't be your aspiration. Your aspiration should be that every day you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror and you can say, yes, Maggie, you're a good human being. I don't know about you, but that's all I have. And it took me a while to come to the conclusion that I'm not anyone special. I'm in my 60s now. If I was going to do something grandiose, I would have done it by now. But that wasn't what my life was about. My life was about touching what I'm doing now, 1, 2, 3 people at a time. That's all. And I had to come to the conclusion that that's enough. And once I agreed that that was enough, then the stress fell off. That pressure to show people you can do this. Why? Are they going to like you more because of it? Probably the opposite. People are naturally jealous and they want all the glory for themselves. If they see somebody doing something over there, oh, they're going to try to sabotage you. And you have to be alert for that. So when it happens, you're not surprised. It doesn't hit you upside the head. I watch too many dramas where the sister hooked up with the other sister's husband and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, ugh. But that is the human element. Don't put your trust in people. They're going to disappoint you. So many fighting for control, ownership over another, and fighting for land. We own nothing. There's a young lady in Kenya who went back to the motherland and she bought, they say, 150 acres of land. Oh my God. The hate. They don't want you to have that. So I think if you want to have peace, don't own the land. I don't need it. I looked at that in Those of us they call diaspora and going over there to Africa. And first of all, you get over there, you start showing off your money. That's not good. The locals don't like it. What's happening in Gambia? A lot of expats have been found dead. Women. Oh, they're buying land, they're doing this, and doing that. You gotta be careful, sis. You're dealing with humans who have needs, and the capacity to hate and hurt you is there. So don't go out there with your head in the cloud. Oh, I'm gonna be in the motherland. I'm gonna do this, and you think the person who's over there can barely eat is gonna like you? A lot of these women have ended up in ditches and whatever, they dying. Be smart. Live humbly. I am looking here to change my apartment to a one bedroom, a little something that I can just be over here. And we're all learning. I remember when I got this apartment, I'm like, oh, I want the ocean view. I want this, I want that. And then you know what? I'm still a work in progress. Now I'm like, no, I don't. I just want to live simply. I take the subway. I don't drive a car. I'm on the bus. I'm with the people. Average. That's the way I want to live my life as I'm exiting, as I'm leaving. And if I have a few coins left over, how about if I help some people who need it? Maybe help a single mom. And I tell God, I say, if you make me a millionaire, I'm going to use the money wisely, but maybe he knows me better than I know myself because I haven't become a millionaire yet, and I don't think I will be. Still, with our excellence, we still rise. Listen, Greta, they have tried all kinds of things to just destroy our spirit. We still rise, and they're still stealing our stuff, our art, our. I mean, if we're that inferior, how come you love our music, our art, our food? Explain that to me. But you have decided that because of the color of my skin, I don't have the right to anything. Okay. You have the power in your hand. Go ahead. If God allows you to do it, do it. Yes. And I think never complaining, sometimes we do. We fall off. If we're hurting, we say things, we feel things, but we have to return back and say that, okay, stop it. That's what I do to myself. When I start going down that rabbit hole, and I'll say to myself, all right, Maggie, time to get out of that, whatever it is, you need to get out of it. Talk to yourself. You don't have to wait for me to come and tell you. Talk to yourself. It's a daily struggle. And because we are spiritual beings, remember, and I don't know if you agree or not, but there is good and evil. And it's always the yin yang every day. Temptation. The temptation to do unto others as they do to you, give it back to them. And if they said thing, you're gonna do this. Don't get caught up in that. The blessing is in staying true to yourself, not retaliating, not doing an eye for an eye. Another word in the Bible that says, well, if you do good to your friend, what makes you special? If somebody does something good for you and you say, oh, I'm going to return the favor, what makes you special? What's special about that? The blessing comes when you can bless your abuser, when you can do something good for someone who tried to hurt you and you know it and they know it. But when they're in need, you're like, here you go, sis. And the Bible also says, when you do good to someone who's trying to hurt you, you're heaping hot coals on their head. Another thing I tell people, there's another word in the Bible. I don't know if it's in the Bible. It said, don't mess up with God's anointed. If I didn't do anything to you and you try to hurt me, if something happens to you, it's not on me. So don't mess with people who haven't hurt you. Don't do that. That's why I said I don't believe in karma anymore, because some people have done such wretched things and they're still allowed to breathe. But that's not my decision. I don't give life, God gives life. But sometimes there is a generational curse that occurs. You may not see it on you, but your future generation. So whatever you're doing, think about your legacy, the people who come behind you. We get to make those decisions every day, sis. Every day, every moment. That you try not to retaliate, to hurt someone. Yes, it will give you the satisfaction, but she did this. Yes, she's human, and you knew that could happen, and it happened. The human element, expect it. Now, that's a skill to learn. Your good friends, your buddy, always in the back of your mind saying, oh, she could betray me one day. She could say this one day. She could do this one day. So that when it does happen that one day, you're not totally, blindsided. And you remain standing. That's the power. They don't take your power just because they try to hurt you. You're still standing. You remain standing. All right, sis. Only Greta's talking to me. You guys are not talking to me today. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Deborah. So next week, like I said, we'll make the hummus, and we're going to have raw veggies. So make sure you get some raw broccoli, cauliflower, whatever you like. I think celery is good because you can scoop it. I love carrots, the little baby carrots. I don't see them here, the little baby ones. Here in Panama, regular carrots, abundant, but I can make some sticks. I love those. I love carrot sticks. And then we can have the hummus with chickpeas. We'll make it together, and then we can snack on that. Okay? Anything else we want to talk about? No, Greta. Yeah, I think I answered that. You don't sign up by email. You sign up in the front of the YouTube first page. There's going to be a red button that says join. Just click on that. Is this being recorded so you can go back? Yes, it will be on the YouTube channel under membership. All those videos are going to be there. Don't dwell on your negative thoughts when they come. Yes, talk to yourself. Talking to yourself is so good. I talk to myself all the time, especially when you live alone. Isn't that funny when you're having a conversation with yourself? You ask a question, then you answer it. Because there's nobody else there to answer you. I find myself doing a lot of that. Oh my God, yes. Serving. There's a lot more joy in doing things for people. And sometimes you may not have money to give someone, right? But you can speak life into them. I have the gift of encouragement. You know how people, again, when I became a Christian, there's something called spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts, some people are big on preaching. Not here. Some people are good at serving. Like, who said that? Greta? Yes. I have the gift of encouragement. That means I love to encourage people. Sis, we got you. God's got you, So yesterday, I think I started telling you about this sister who was going through the thing with her dad. And because I'm not close where I can give her a hug, which, a hug, oh my God. A really good hug is so healing. And sometimes that's all somebody wants. Or if you can hug, grab somebody's hand, look in their eyes, and convey empathy and love. As a nurse, I used to do that. The power of touch. I talk about that. When somebody is ill, in pain, to just grab their hand and just look in their eyes and convey empathy, love, caring. Oh my God, priceless. So all I could do through, the WhatsApp is to just quote some scripture for her and said, Psalm 23 says, when I walk through the valley, and I cap through, life is a walk. You're going to have problems, trials, but you're only walking through them, right? It's not a state. You don't sit there, but you walk through. When I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I'm thinking, I look back, people talk about your guardian angel or whatever. Whether you believe it or not, I don't know. I don't know if there is one back here. But I know I have had some near misses, accidents. I remember one day I was driving and I think I was pulling out of a road and this car came bearing down and I didn't see him. And then he just made a huge turn because if he had hit me, I would have been gone. But those are near misses. Whether it's my guardian angel or God, it wasn't my time. It wasn't my time. My mother used to say that the sins of the father may not fall on him. Listen, isn't that the truth? That you're paying for the sins of your father? Should you put that on your grandkids? So when you as a father, you're messing with your daughters, how do you think that's going to affect these kids and their kids? That's the generational curse you just put on those children. And some of them may fall, may become victim of your sins. Come on. Come on. Yes, I live alone. I have long conversation with God and myself. Me, myself, and I. I laugh. I do all these conversations. I dance with myself. Listen, whatever you need to do for self-preservation, your mental health, it takes action. Whatever you know makes you feel good, do it. Make sure you invest in that. For me, exercising, cooking, creating feeds my brain, my soul. That's why I keep my nose out of people's businesses. I stay home a lot. I am a homebody. I do not want somebody calling me on my phone, keep me on my phone for 2 hours. If you're on the phone for 2 hours, you're going to gossip about somebody or something. So this is where you're like, oh, well, I really need to go. Talk to you later, sis. I'm not going to be on the phone with you for 2 or 3 hours. What's there to talk about? What do you need to say that should take 2 hours? No, I'm not doing it. All right, my sis. Don't forget, we're going to be making hummus next week. So Monday, if you know anybody who has not exercised, Monday is for beginners. I go very easy. Today was great. It's for those of us who've been working out. And, I think I have a lunch appointment. Then I have a call. My days are busy. And now I have to look at my calendar because I don't know what I'm doing from one moment to the next. I wake up in the morning and let me see what's on the calendar. And even then, I still miss some things. Like this lady booked a call with me. She's like, call me at 11. And then I'm like, oh, I got a lunch at 11:45. So sometimes I'm not really good at it. We need to talk about getting out of the tub. Why did I get stuck? Are you talking really the tub or you talking it's a figure of speech? I don't get it. Oh my God. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, let's be true to ourselves and try to get to that elevated state that I talked about, where you're not touched by the day to day to day. You get yourself spiritually in an elevated state so you don't get touched by all that. Okay? All right. Oh, I so enjoyed being with you guys today. We've been on for an hour and 39 minutes. I think that's good. All right. So I will talk to you guys. If you come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I will see you on Monday. Don't forget to join the membership and help your sister out, okay? All right, guys. Anything else we want to talk about? I'm looking at the chat. So let's see. I'm going to say for next week, next Friday, we will be making hummus that you make with chickpeas, right? With our herb oil. Listen, if you haven't made my herb oil, I encourage you to do that. That stuff is so good. I put it on boiled eggs. I put it on my veggies. I put it when I boil chickpeas. I just put it on there and eat it. I toss my vegetables that I put in that I roast. I put it on everything on my salad. Listen, herbs. Most herbs are good for you as long as you don't take a bunch of it. So you're doing yourself a favor because like rosemary, put it in oil, put it in my hair. It's so good. Herb oil, and then we're gonna have raw veggies, carrots, celery, um, broccoli, and you're gonna have to wash those really well, okay? Broccoli, is it 2 C's? Yeah. Cauliflower. I love cauliflower. I make a nice cauliflower rice. So we could do that one day. If you want to watch carbs and you want to make cauliflower. One day I made it and then I added some curry powder and some turmeric and it came out all nice and yellow. So you can pretend that it's chicken and rice or yellow rice. So that's good. Cauliflower. Anything else you'd like? I laughed so hard getting out of the tub. This stuff would be made in the 60s. Nothing to hold. Oh, be careful. Saturday Spanish class. Well, Saturday. I already have 2 Saturday Spanish classes. And, but I have one. The first class is at 10 a.m. These ladies have been with me for like 3 going on 4 months. So if you've had some Spanish, if you want to join, you think you can keep up, that's fine. You can join that one. The one at 4 p.m. is the latest class that I have, Saturday 4 p.m. So that one is class 3. And they just, we went through the alphabet and they're learning the verbs. So that's my newest class. So if you're new to Spanish, that one might be a good one to join. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Saturdays. And then class 2 is on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Had it last night. Again, just kind of a little advanced, not so advanced, that we're still conjugating verbs and learning how to make sentences using pronouns. Now, my last class that I'm opening, I was supposed to open it this past Wednesday at 6 p.m. I only had one person registered, but as of yesterday, I have 4. So if I get one more person for that class, I'm going to start next Wednesday, 6 p.m. And all those times are Panama time. So Eastern time would be 1 hour ahead. This is Central time because you guys keep going up and down. We don't move our hours. You guys do, and we get all confused with it. So class 4 is going to start next Wednesday. But as I explained, if you've had other Spanish classes, you've done Duolingo, and you think you have a little bit of a mastery of the language, you may want to consider signing up for the 10 a.m. class on Saturday or the 4 p.m. class on Saturday. All right? Anything else? I have a lot of fun with my ladies in my class. They're so fun. But you know what? A lot of my students are sisters who are older, so we're dealing with aging brains. So I said, you need to go and tell your brain to wake up because now you have to learn and retain. This is the problem, retaining. Retaining is not easy. All right, my sisters. My Friday is good so far. Caleb, I don't know. O'Neill, Caleb O'Neill, very good to see you too. Yep, my day is good. Thank you so much. Yes, I try to make every day count, and that doesn't mean that I don't have concerns and problems, but you get to be this age and you're like, well, I was going through this. He took me through it and he'll do it again, right? So we just have to keep that going in the back of our mind that this too shall pass. It may seem that, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. And then once you finish going through it and you look back, you're like, wow, I did get through it. Can't we all say that? Yeah, we all have stories we can tell and we can share stories. Remember, this is community. This is community. We're building a small community where we can be transparent. You could say, I need my sisters. I need to run things by you. That's what we're trying to create here. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I will see you. And Gertha, if you need more information, my email is when you go into any of my videos in the description, it will have my email. Tell me about SWRA at gmail.com or maggieLazar@gmail.com. And I have another email. That's what I'm saying. People send me messages and I'm like, where did I see it? Was it on YouTube? Was it through any of my 3 emails, or is it WhatsApp? So I said to myself, once I see a message, I need to address it right then, because then I can't I can't remember where I saw it. Isn't that crazy? No bueno. All right, guys, have a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day here in Panama. I hope it's nice where you are. I love you. You know that. God loves you. Whatever you may think and whatever is going on, we choose to hang on to that, right? All right, it's a choice. So I will see you on Monday. All right, bye.